Are you looking at your press-ons that you just got from Pressed by Tabby and wondering how the heck do I apply these? If you are, this is the video for you. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and open that application kit. In that kit you should have a bottle of nail glue, a cuticle pusher, sticky nail tabs, cuticle oil wipes and alcohol wipes, a mini buffer, and a mini file. The first thing that you're going to go ahead and do is take that mini file and clean up the edges of your fingernails if you have any that are longer, or you just want to tidy them up. Then you'll go in with your cuticle pusher and you'll go ahead and clean your cuticles up, get any that sticky dead cuticle skin off of your nail plate. Go in with your buffer and then go ahead and just take off the shine off your nail plate, and then you'll go ahead and use your alcohol wipe to clean up the dust and all the debris off of your nail. And you definitely want to take your time with this step and make sure that you thoroughly clean your nail plates, because you want to go ahead and make sure that you are getting the best possible adhesion for your glue. And something that I also try and avoid is once I clean off my nails, I will not touch them so that I don't get my natural oils on them and disrupt that adhesion. Alright, and as you can see, your little nail glue bottle needs to be snipped to be opened. So I just went ahead and did that off camera. And before we go ahead and apply the press-ons, I take an alcohol wipe and I just go ahead and wipe off the backs just in case there's any dirt or debris on them. And then once those dry, you can go ahead and take your little glue, apply a generous layer on the nail, and I always put a little bit on the actual tip of my nail just to have a little extra on there. And I immediately apply it to my finger and press and hold for 20 to 30 seconds each finger. As you can see, I'm going ahead and applying a generous amount of glue to the press-on nail and a little bit on my natural nail as well. And the way that I apply these press-ons is I start at the cuticle. I'll put the back of the press-on at the edge of my cuticle so that it sits in there comfortably, and then I kind of press it down like falling forward. So it's like a 45-degree angle, and it just kind of it's like a lid closing. And that kind of helps prevent any air bubbles from potentially getting trapped in the nail glue underneath, and it kind of helps the glue spread evenly across the entire nail. And then you press and hold for 20 to 30 seconds until you have a nice bond on each finger as you're going. And a little pro tip is I find that doing my pointer finger and my thumbs last is the easiest for me. So that's why you see me only doing 3 on my left hand and then switching and doing the other hand as well. Just for me, having my pointer finger and my thumb free the longest makes it the easiest for applying my press-ons, if that makes sense. And remember, you're always pressing and holding for 20 to 30 seconds on each finger. That's going to help the adhesion of the nail glue as it dries, because it is just as flush as you can get it to your nail, which is super, super important because you do not want to have any pockets underneath where water or moisture could potentially get trapped underneath. So as you can see, I always put a nice generous dollop of glue on the press-on, and starting at the cuticle and pushing it down at that 45-degree angle is going to help push any air bubbles to the front, so that way you are not experiencing any issues with your nails. And you'll always want to hold and press down for 20 to 30 seconds. And remember that your press-ons are not fully dried for a couple of hours after they are applied. So something that I try to do and I try to recommend doing is to avoid getting your hands wet for a couple of hours after you apply your press-ons to allow the glue to fully dry without any issues. And that is pretty much it. The last thing that I always do is go ahead and grab some cuticle oil and just bless those cuticles with some moisture, because for me, they always need it. I hope this video was able to help you apply your press-ons with nail glue. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. If you haven't already, please follow me on Instagram and YouTube. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.